What's up guys, Boss here, and in today's video I'm going to be playing a Grand Challenge. I'm currently 8-1 right now using this really strong minor control deck with the Golden Knight. So I made a video on a deck that was similar to this about a couple weeks ago, except it didn't have the delivery in it, and it also didn't have Mega Minion. Mega Minion is going to give you some really good defense. It's a good tank that doesn't die to a fireball or a poison, and it's going to help you a lot against air units. Maybe they have a baby dragon, a lava hound, a balloon, something like that. Delivery is going to get you so much value on defense, and minor plus poison actually kills an archer queen, so it's going to be very useful to have. And then skeletons, of course, just recycle. Tesla, the best defensive building in the whole game. And the 20 win challenge is starting in less than 30 minutes, so you guys can expect a video on that tomorrow. I'm excited to do it. I'm probably going to use something that's really good in the meta that I'm also good with to try to get it done as soon as possible and get a video out for you guys tomorrow. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling confident because look at this. My last 4 grand challenges, I've actually won 4 12 wins in a row, so I'm definitely feeling confident going into this 20 win challenge. Anyway, with that being said, if you guys want to support me, use my credit code BOSS in any Supercell game. You guys already know if you do that. It does mean a lot. Really do appreciate it. But yeah, with that being said, let's see if we can get this 12-win Grand Challenge and see if we can continue practicing for that 20-win challenge. All right, guys, in a game here against Troublemakers. So, yeah, so I don't know if I said yet the deck that I'm planning on using for the 20-win challenge, but I'm thinking, like I said, let's go ahead and get the King Tower activated here first things first. I'm most likely going to use something that is good in the meta and something I feel comfortable using. So it's very likely I might use the Royal Hog Archer Queen deck, the cycle one with Earthquake and Cage, or I might use Electro Giant with the Archer Queen, that variant too. Both of those decks I feel very confident with in this meta, and I feel like I could get 20 wins with them if I play well without too much of a struggle. So yeah, that's likely a little bit of a sneak peek of like what I'll be getting it with tomorrow. But yeah, guys, it's going to be really hype. Remember, you can try it multiple times, and I believe if you have Pass Royale, you might be able to do it. Try it as many times as you possibly can and enter back in for free. Don't quote me on that, but I think that might be how it works. Anyway, we're going to get a really, really nice Golden Knight dash. Even though it doesn't end up reaching the tower, it's going to whittle down that Archer Queen so much. And that Mega Minion, now you guys can see why it is so solid to have in the deck. I mean, it got so much value there. I mean, I used it on defense against the Goblin Brawler, and then on offense, it managed to get a swipe on the tower and help take out that Archer Queen only for 3 elixir. I mean, that's not something that bats are usually able to do just because they die instantly, whereas the Mega Minion, on the other hand, it's got a pretty solid amount of elixir or hit points to it. So we can go for a Tesla here because it's going to be a pretty good counter to the Goblin Cage. He's going to go for Royal Hogs and a poison. So I'm just going to go in for a delivery right on top of it, and we'll see what he wants to do. So we can go for a Brawler. Let's just go for another Mega Minion on it. And then if he goes for his... I don't think we need to do anything here. Let's just chill for a second. And then Golden Knight, I'm pretty sure, can actually... Oh, it's pushing it. What? I actually didn't know about that, not gonna lie. So he goes for Prediction Log. Well played on his part. He manages to predict our skeletons, which gets him some damage. We're gonna go for a Tesla here pretty high up. I'm going to go for my Golden Knight rather than using my delivery just because it's going to give us a little bit of a counter push as opposed to the delivery, which hardly does anything. We're going to go for a little bit of a dual lane push here. He's going to have to defend both things here, whether he likes it or not. So Cage comes down, and we're getting that minor chip damage that we're looking for. But yeah, very interesting that this guy does have poison instead of the Earthquake for whatever reason. I know that I have poison too, but my deck synergizes way better with the poison than his, so that is why I'm a little bit confused. So Miner's going to get some good chip damage, and I guess, at this point, we can actually play our Royal Hogs high up, just because he continues going to for that poison every single time, and I don't want to give him that free tower chip. We're going to go for the Miner in the back, so it's going to make it harder. No way! The Golden Knight just wasted his dash, because for whatever reason, can I actually get it to dash on the tower here because of the skeletons? Yes, we can. Let's go. So Golden Knight is going to make it to the tower, and let me tell you, he was not expecting that. So we're going to be able to get the tower down to under 300 health because of that poison, and the Miner's going to come in to be able to chip away too. Log going to roll in. We are able to get the win here against a deck that's really solid in the meta with, of course, instead of the poison, normally it has Earthquake, and this is actually the deck he's using is the deck I might be using in the 20-win challenge. With, as I've already mentioned multiple times, Earthquake instead of poison. I don't know why he's using poison, but it I mean, I'm not complaining. It made it easier for us. So 9-1 right now. Let's see, 3 more wins to go. And let's look at like our starting hand. We got a miner. So I'm usually fine to see a miner in my starting hand. I mean, it's a pretty safe, play to just miner the tower. But I do like to wait a couple seconds just because, your opponent might do something. Especially if they go like lava first play, then you want to be able to react to that. So we'll go for miner here on top of the princess. Very interesting. He's got the bandit and the princess. Probably going to be a log bait deck of some sort. Maybe he's using the rascal variant, as opposed to having, the inferno. So we do see the prince. I think in this case we could go for, I don't think we need to use the Tesla. The Tesla's not that good against the prince because unless you distract it, the prince is just going to destroy it. So we're going to go skeletons here, and okay, that was kind of bad placement on my end. I think I don't know why I keep messing that up. I feel like for some reason when I'm recording a video, I don't know why, it's like because maybe just for whatever, just the fact that I'm recording it, because I don't normally mess that up, and this is, I think, the second video in a row that I messed that up. It's a pretty easy interaction, or at least it should be, but anyway, let's try not to worry about it. So, let's go for a miner, actually, because he just used his guards, which are, like, a great answer to it. And then I'm going to definitely go for a dash here as soon as that guard's taken care of. We're going to maybe be able to get it to the tower. Yeah, we do. That is really nice. And this time around, nah, I changed my mind. Let's just do the same thing, go for a delivery on top of it. Should be, some solid defense. And then I'm going to go for skeletons here. And then we'll go for golden knight this time around on top of the bandit. And yeah, my guess is he's probably going to go guards. I'm going to go for the dash right now. Maybe we can catch him off guard. But yeah, he is going to go for the guards. He has the reaction time, so he's going to defend that fine. But yeah, once we get into double elixir, we can start spamming. We can actually let the princess get one shot on the tower, knowing that he's already dealt damage in the left lane. This way, our Mega Minion is more likely to get a shot on his tower. And yeah, you can see he actually decides to go for rascals, which is a pretty big overcommitment. We're just going to go ahead and poison that, and then probably go for a delivery on this rascal. So you can go for, try to juke, but I'm not going to fall for it. Make sure to play stuff high up because we don't want to give him rocket value, and that was actually perfect. That wasn't even a prediction, but let's just say it was because it looked pretty cool regardless. We're going to go for a miner here, and then I guess we can just use the golden knight dash and maybe make it to the tower because he doesn't have a lot of elixir right now. Okay, he does get down rascals just in the nick of time, but the thing is I mean, that's a 5 for 4 trade when the golden knight's already gotten a lot of value, so definitely not worth it in my opinion. It was for sure, I guess you'd say, kind of like a desperation play. So now we know he doesn't even have the rocket. He's got the, and look at this, we're going to get a free poison here on top of the princess and the tower, exactly what we're looking for. Not going to hit the guards, unfortunately, but still really, really solid value nonetheless. He's going to switch lanes because he's not having a very easy time going same lane. We're going to go skeletons here, and because his guards are in cycle, definitely going to send in the miner. Perfect time to do so because we also have the golden knight coming in behind. Log is going to roll through and take it out, so I mean, he's, doing everything he can, and I would say playing pretty solid. It's just, it's really hard for him to deal with what we have, and the miner is just such a consistent way for me to get damage. So I'm actually thinking we could go for the golden knight dash here, and it's going to be able to dash into everything and pretty much defend everything for me, which was really satisfying to see. I'm going to go for a miner here. We're going to go for a delivery on top of the, and that's a bit of a juke in the back, so we're definitely going to be careful there, but no problem whatsoever. So we're only ahead by a little bit. We got to be careful. We do know that he doesn't have rocket, though, so we don't have to stress about him, going for that rocket cycle, obviously. I'm going to go for a Tesla here. I think we do need to play more Teslas because I think that is going to help us in the long run, especially triple elixir. And look at that. Golden Knight is going to dash to the tower. I took advantage of that there. I'm going to go for delivery. Just going to wait for those rascal girls to get a little further up so we can hit everything. And there we go. So he's not going to catch the miner. I'm going to go for the dash just to take out the bandit and the princess a bit quicker. And then I'm going to go ahead and set up another Tesla because I just think, like I said, in triple elixir with all the spam he's going to do, maybe be able to get multiple princes down, whatever the case is, it's just going to make things a tad easier for us. We're going to miner on the side this time because I feel like I've been playing it a lot on the back and I haven't been, for whatever reason, playing it as much like on the sides. But anyway, let's go for a log here. He's going to get a bit of damage in the opposite lane, but nothing too significant, I would say. So he actually is going to do a really nice job there of catching the miner. He predicted it. But I think we just need to watch out for a little while longer and we'll be fine. So he's going to go for a gun barrel, and I'm just going to go for a miner just to get that last second chip damage that we need. But then at this point, we can just defend because we already have a lead by about 1,000 hit points and delivery. Yeah, so really good matchup there. He's even laughing because I think he knows it's a tough, you know, game for him to break through because I have the delivery, I have the log, I have the poison, 3 spells, and he's using log bait. And then also the skeletons are good against the prince, the golden knight's annoying, and I bet you he's spamming that golden knight ability because he's like, yeah, you only won that because of the golden knight. And, you know, that's partially true, I would say. So we're 10-1 now against Jam. See if we could go undefeated here, that would be really nice. And he's going to go for a Goblin Hut. So Poison is a very, very good counter to the Goblin Hut. I would say it's just as good as the Earthquake because you're actually, you know, going to get... I mean, really, it's about... I mean, it is one more elixir, but I mean, I would say it's not bad at all. I mean, you get a little more damage than what an Earthquake does, so I would say it might be slightly better against it. Anyway, we're going to Miner the Furnace, and look at that. We're already back to another Poison, which is great because we can kill the... Uh-oh. I'm going to have to go for a log here, try to get down skeletons before that locks on my tower, and I would say, considering the situation... Really, really good defense, because if I wasn't careful there, that cannon cart could have taken out, you know, almost half of my tower. But we're fine. And Mega Minion is going to force a response out of him. I think we can just go... I think our best bet is a Golden Knight, believe it or not, to defend the Flying Machine, because I think that it's going to force a response out of him. I mean, we're going to Miner too. Maybe he has like a Mega Knight or E-Barbs, and he is going to have the Mega Knight. But that's not going to, you know, mitigate nearly... you know, all that damage from the Golden Knight. We get a lot of damage there. And the Mega Minion is going to be really, really nice here against the Mega Knight. I don't think we need to use a Tesla. We could probably just get away with using our delivery here and just distracting with skeletons. I think it's probably a little better to save the Tesla just because, I don't know, he might have Royal Hogs. He might not, but I just think until I know it's better to save it for that just in case. So, let's just go for a log here to clip. Okay, and he's going to give me a free poison. I think if I were him, I would probably at this point be switching up lanes because... And we're in double elixir now, so pre-placing Tesla is definitely fine. It's something you should do in double and triple elixir. So let's just go for a miner here, and he's going to... Okay, let's just... Yeah, alright, we're fine. So we're going to go for a poison here on the Mother Witch just because it's kind of annoying, and I think it's going to target the Mega Minion, so it should stay inside of the poison. Yeah, it is barely going to stay inside of the poison. So we're slowly but surely whittling away his tower. I mean, that Golden Knight getting on top at the start really did help, but I think besides that, we would still have a pretty sizable lead anyway. So he's going to let the Miner get a few chip shots in, and that's the main problem for him. I mean, he doesn't have any cheap counter to the Miner. I mean, like, he doesn't really have anything. I mean, his cheapest counter to it is like a 4 elixir card that he's not even guaranteed to catch it with anyway. So that's why this matchup's so tough for him, and the fact that the poison gets a lot of value. So we're just going to finish him off here. We're going to go for a miner on top of the tower, poison, and he didn't even catch the miner, so makes it even easier. But even if I didn't take that tower there, chances are I would have freely been able to cycle back to another poison because my cycle's 3.0 and his is probably like 4.1 at least, so... yeah, it would have been, you know, really easy to get back. So there we go, 11-1. I'm feeling pretty confident here because even if we, you know, lose a game, of course, we'll still be able to, you know, have that extra life. So yeah, let's see if we can close out this GC here, and I'll see you guys when I find the... There we go. So go ahead and give this guy the good luck. And no miner in our starting hand this time. We do have a log, which is, of course, a pretty safe starting play. We also have poisons if he wants to drop something like in the... Alright, so he's going to go Bandit, so we'll just go ahead and play our Golden Knight same lane. A lot of Bandit right now. A lot of Bandit, really popular this meta. Could be any kind of bridge spam deck, really. So we're going to go ahead and poison that just because we want to kill it, and then I'm going to go for a log too. Before I log, I might do this dash just to see if he overcommits, just to protect the queen. Looks like he's actually going to go ahead and activate the ability, but as a result, that means our Golden Knight makes it to the tower, and we just log to take it out. So the game just started, and we already dealt over 600 damage to his tower, which I would say is really, really solid, considering, I mean, we didn't have to overcommit at all. We mostly just got that from, you know, the Golden Knight, 1 elixir dash, and the poison damage. So just a, yeah, great start for us. I'm going to go for a miner here in the front because he might not even predict it, and, okay, so he's going to go for a queen. I'm going to set up a Tesla here and then probably just go for a delivery on top of it. Okay, so that is interesting, to say the least. He decided to go for a very aggressive Mega Knight there. I don't know what the thought process was behind that play, because I already played a Tesla. The smarter decision from him probably would have been to actually play the Mega Knight in the back and try to build up a push, because in single elixir, he's not going to be able to break through the Teslas I play. Like, he has to play passive with this type of deck when he's against a fast cycle deck like this one until double or triple. But with that being said, in double and triple, it is going to be very hard for me to defend, because especially if his spell is Lightning, Lightning is pretty good against the Tesla. I would say Lightning and Earthquake are the best 2 spells in the game against the Tesla, so we are going to have to be really careful. Maybe he's got a Poison, though. That would be really good if he does, because then it's going to make the defense just significantly easier. I'm going to go ahead and play my Golden Knight here. I guess we're going to go Skeletons to try to prevent all that damage from the Inferno Drag. We're going to go for a Poison here on top of the Queen. He's actually going to go ahead and activate the ability, and once again, the same thing's going to happen where I'm going to get damage. And yeah, we're actually going to get quite a lot there. So I'm going to go ahead and pre-place another Tesla. You have to in double elixir. He's probably going to set up for, yeah, a Ramrider. So what we need to try to do right here is cycle back to another Tesla as quick as we possibly can. So I'm going to go for a Miner here, and he is actually going to have a Poison. So that is very good to know. We're going to go for a Delivery on top of everything here, and hopefully it's going to be enough to defend. It's going to be pretty close. And, okay, Ramrider will connect, and unfortunately we're in a pretty big elixir deficit. But now that we know he's got Poison, that means we're going to be able to get way more value out of our Teslas, and we don't need to play them insanely high up. So that is actually going to be very, very nice for us. I'm going to just go for a Log here. We can go ahead and play the Tesla a bit lower, and the Poison is not even going to hit the Tesla, so I don't know what's going on right now. There's a bunch of stuff going on, but we defended it really, really nicely. Let's see what he does here. So he's going to Snowball. We can just go for a Log. He didn't even hit the Mega Minion with the Snowball, which I think is going to potentially cost him. I mean, he had to go for a Queen, which is a pretty big overcommitment, I would say. Here's the thing, though. We're getting into Triple Elixir, and Triple Elixir is really where it starts to heat up, because it gets, I don't know, it gets a little bit hard to defend against Mega Knight pushes if you're not careful, but if we try to continue playing perfect, we might be able to continue our solid defense here. So Delivery on top of everything, kind of wasted the Golden Knight dash, not going to lie. But the Log is going to be able to nicely clean everything up, and then we can actually go for the Golden Knight dash here. It is going to reset the Inferno Drag. I'm going to go ahead and play a Mega Minion here on top of the Inferno Drag. We're going to go for a Miner, and then we're definitely going to need a Tesla. We're going to go for a Delivery here on top of everything, and then a nice little Log should be able to hopefully clean everything up, if I had to say, because the Tesla is still at a pretty nice amount of health. We just gotta... Uh-oh, the Queen. The Queen. Alright, now I'm a little worried. We gotta try to defend as well as we can. He let that get damaged, so that's a little bit questionable, I would say. Okay, so try to go for the Royal Delivery here on top of everything. Oh. Good game. Alright, well, I mean, he played it well. I gotta give credit where it's due, I suppose. That's what I was worried about. I was worried about getting a little overwhelmed in Triple Elixir, but I will say I didn't play that as perfect as I could have, so, you know, at least for me, not too upset losing that one, because I definitely think I could have played that better. There were some defenses that I didn't play perfectly, just some, like, micro interactions, nothing, like, major, you know, I didn't make, like, major mistakes, but just very small things where I could have prevented a little bit more damage, but yeah, that was definitely a disappointing one to lose, because I was ahead most of the time, and it kind of all slipped away in the last, so here we go, potentially a chance to redeem ourselves here, a very similar matchup from the looks of it. You see he's got the Ram Rider, the Bandit, so potentially a very, very similar deck. So if we do win this, I guess you could say we did redeem ourselves. And look at that, Golden Knight is going to make it on the tower, and the Mega Minion was tanking for it. So there's a weird glitch with the Bandit and the Golden Knight right now, where basically it's like when it's invisible or something, it's the tower retargets onto it, or when it's dashing, the tower stops targeting it. I think that's what it is, and that's what happened there. So if I poison this and the Mega Minion gets a hit, the queen's gonna die, so that was a pretty bad queen in my opinion. Yeah, it's just gonna die, right? Unless... Okay, so, I mean, if he activated the ability really early on, he would have had to do it before it crossed the bridge, and then I could have probably just gone Skeletons to prevent the damage, but here we go. In a way better start than I was the last game. I mean, I feel like at this point, it's way less likely that I'm gonna choke this one, because, I don't know, I mean, we've already taken almost 2/3 of his tower. I'm gonna go for a very high Tesla. We don't know if he's got Lightning or Poison yet, and... It's still a 4 for 5 trade, so I'm not really concerned about it staying alive or whatever, the Tesla, I mean. So I'm going to go Miner in the back here, and yeah, I'm curious to see what this guy does, because he's got to try to make something happen here. I'm going to go for a Poison on top of the Queen just to kill it. It probably will kill the Bandit too, or at least put it in critical condition, and just like that, we're, you know, controlling this game very nicely here. So I'm going to go ahead and Miner in the front this time. I think I played it in the back last time, so just to, you know, switch things up. And he's going to Mega Knight all the way in the back, as opposed to playing it on top of that Miner, which is kind of interesting. I guess his idea there is to, you know, attempt to build up a push, but at the same time, I don't know if that was the right play, letting all that damage come in from the Miner. But, let's go Skeletons here to prevent that from dashing. And then we got to watch out for this Queen. Okay, this is not a joke. There's a Queen. And we're fine. Poison is not going to do enough damage, I do not think. However, if we get one Miner hit and a Poison, will definitely give us the win there. And there we go. That is going to do it. We get the 12 win. Had a very, very close, unfortunate loss the game before. So we didn't get the 12-1, but... honestly, the only thing that matters is the 12 wins, and that means, guys, look at my log here. That actually officially means I've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My last 5 grand challenges, I've actually won. You see this 9 here, that was 6. So if I win my next grand challenge, my whole grand challenge log will be full of 12 wins, 6 12 wins. That would be incredible. And yeah, let's go ahead and open up this chest quickly. I don't mind too much about seeing the cards, and of course, so you guys know I've won like 20 grand challenges now since the update. Maybe, I don't know about 20, but definitely at least 15. And I haven't gotten a champion out of any of the chests. Isn't that kind of wild? I mean, the odds must be pretty low, like 1% or something, because that's kind of ridiculous. Or maybe it's 5% and I'm just unlucky, but... Anyway, 20 win challenge starting in 4 minutes. As you guys can tell, I'm really excited because this only comes around once a year. So I'm excited, guys, tomorrow to get a video out. I'll try to upload, definitely going to upload tomorrow. Don't know when I will. Depends, I guess, on how many tries it takes me. Also, it is going to be Thanksgiving tomorrow, so I'm probably going to be spending some time with my family, but I will definitely do my very best to get a video out tomorrow on this 20 win challenge and use one of my best decks that I'm good at and one of the best decks in the meta. So probably I might do it on this deck. Like, honestly, I just think it's so good. But yeah, that is gonna, anyway, that is gonna be it for the video. Make sure to like it if you guys did end up enjoying the video. Subscribe if you guys aren't subscribed already. And thanks again until next time, guys.